My dear students, welcome back to my YouTube English channel, English with Malik Sir. In the previous classes, we have discussed very clearly in connection with the guidelines or tips for speaking English fluently and confidently. In this segment, we are going to discuss about the ideas in connection with be innovative or creative by nature. Yes, it is very natural factor. Whenever we are free, we have gathered knowledge, we have gathered more and more experience and practice. Definitely, this innovative or creative factor will come to our mind and help us in speaking English properly. You, my dear students, are very expected to create something new. That is what we have discussed. That is creativeness or innovativeness. That creative power helps you in creating a lot. If you develop your creativity, that is innovativeness, yes, definitely you can see the world around you and enjoy at the time of speaking and writing freely. Yes, develop your inquiring spirit, because creativity is closely related to what? That is inquiring spirit. If you want to inquire, want to know something more and more, the area of your learning will be larger and larger. Yes, this is true. And think quickly and creatively more and more in English before speaking. Yes, you feel confident fast, then you can feel freedom in your mind. Then you can speak with creativity. It means the knowledge what you have gathered earlier will support you to create something new. Therefore, for that creativity, we have to read more and more, practice more and more, so that creativity will come to the point. I have already told you that if your teacher has given you one or two examples to explain any point, then you start after that, so that you can make a number of examples and enjoy. That is what we call creativity. Yes, now come here. And brainstorming, in the sense, whenever there will be no storm in your brain, in the sense that whenever you are not interested to know anything more and more, the process of your speaking and writing will become slow. Therefore, brainstorming, it means thinking and finding answers to problem quickly, is very important. Yes, so brainstorming means thinking and finding the answer very quickly. Yes, what will the right answer, what will be my right speech and right type of writing here in this case? Yes, that is the most important factor in connection with the creativity. Yes, and creative thinking or innovativeness develops fluency in spoken and written English, right? Develops fluency. It is very natural. Creativity develops fluency, and therefore, my dear students, we should be very much creative, innovative in thinking something new in larger areas. Yes, use internet to speed up your learning process. My dear students, now internet has covered the world around us, in the sense internet is connecting us with the world around, and therefore internet provides vast areas of learning in every field of our activity. It may be art and that is our literature, science, technology, trade and commerce, politics, judiciary, and what not, in the sense that Our internet provides us various branches of study, vast resources through, we can definitely use. Therefore, this internet is now a very interesting source of getting vast resources of knowledge and use in our day-to-day life. If you take interest, internet will definitely assist you in various ways. Yes, okay, where you can get a number of sources of learning. Therefore, whenever you are in doubt, then you can contact Google, YouTube, yes, and that will help you in accumulating a number of factors, the definitions, the real pronunciation, the meaning of any word or phrase or idioms. Yes, idiomatic phrase. So you see, listen, then if you take interest, internet will help you in that level and you can enjoy freedom at the time of speaking and writing. Yes, and here we find internet speed up your learning process. Naturally, online videos, yes, online video. Yes, this is also online videos, and videos offer a window to widen your knowledge in English, naturally, because through online videos, through active conversation practices and number of examples, guidelines, we can definitely widen means expand the area of our knowledge in English. Imagine the place or situation about it. Yes, imagine the place or situation about which you want to speak or write so that you can express yourself comfortably. Imagination. There is also a saying that a man who has the power of imagination has wings. I repeat, the man who has the power of imagination has wings. It means the person who imagines more and more, he gets wings and flies everywhere, which is not possible on the part of ordinary persons. In the sense, imagination gives us and makes us extraordinary persons. We can express ourselves a lot. Yes, therefore, imagine. Whenever you are in the study room, then you can imagine different countries and reach there. You can go even high sky and you can find yourself in the mid-sea. It is a very interesting factor to remember that how imagination creates magic, and that power of imagination helps you in speaking English fluently. Yes. Another very important factor, that is, yes, when the teacher teaches a rule of grammar. Yes, now come to another idea. What we have already discussed, that if your teacher teaches one rule on grammar and gives one or two or three examples, then your duty is to expand it, making thousands of examples in relation to your day-to-day life. The most important factor, my dear students, to remember that whenever the rule of grammar will be used in your practical life, then you can enjoy it. You go to your real life situation, that the examples of what your teachers have given you at the time of teaching, try to bring that example and add more examples of what you enjoy in your practical life. That will help you in learning and speaking English fluently, perfectly, freely and confidently. Yes, come. The rule of grammar, giving one or two examples, right? One or two examples. It is now your duty to remember the rule and apply. It is making various examples, apply it in making various examples which have been experiencing in your day-to-day life. What I have already told. That is very important factor. This is practical learning, and yes, therefore you can easily know. Yes, for For this example, what were you doing? You see, what were you, for an example, what were you doing while your mother was cooking? Question mark. In here we find two, two or more events, it means two or more actions. So we are continuing at the same time in the past. Definitely, for all the actions, so we can use past progressive. Yes, and definitely the question can be made for that. While your answer is while my mother was cooking, I was doing my homework. Yes, side by side, my father was watching TV, my grandmother was worshipping God. Yes, so it means you are just expanding the ideas that, yes, how four actions were continuing at the same time while your mother was cooking. Yes, so here we find the matter that how we can apply the rule in our day-to-day life. Yes, use body language or gesture. Yes, my dear students, body language means the language of body. Whenever we don't speak, our body language speaks a lot. Yes, the raising of eyebrow and that is what moving of our hands. That is what we call our facial appearance, our physical appearance. Our dress is also address. It means here our longer the period of shaking hands with a person, embracing a person, that is hugging a person, and eye contact. These are all body languages. And you see, even in the patting somebody on the head or back, and even a slight touch also expresses a lot. Therefore, remember, my dear students, body language also helps you a lot at the time of speaking. That tone changing is also very, very interesting factor. And again, what? You see how we feel. Wow, what we feel. Yes, wow. A number of interjections help us in expressing our body language. Yes. And here we find the matter that oh God, you see, oh God, now keeping the hand on your forehead. Yes, indicates that you are really upset, shocked listening the news. Yes, therefore, body language, tone, voice, and style, body language, gesture at the time of speaking. It speaks a lot. Yes. Very interesting. It speaks a lot. It means there is no necessity of saying anything. Your body language says a lot. Therefore, my dear students, take interest in expressing your body language while speaking. It makes others understand you properly. Yes. Now come next. That is another factor. Establish eye contact. Establish eye contact. This is very important factor. Eye contact helps us in concentrating on a particular idea, what the teacher is teaching, or your friend or parents are speaking. Definitely, you listen him carefully through eye contact. Yes, and your concentration power develops and you enjoy listening. That listening helps you in speaking. Yes, therefore, eye contact, establish eye contact. This is very important factor with the listener. Again, observe whenever you are speaking, eye contact. Then observe non-verbal communication or body language. Yes, what the listener is behaving. Yes, whether the listener is or our listeners are interested to listen to you or not, you can easily understand from their body language. You see, this is also another factor. And here we find like a facial expression, yes, hand movement, eye contact, tone of speaker, facial appearance, even the way of breath. काश ऐसा होता तो in the sense you are just very much upset or depressed that you have not got the chance, in the sense that the even the breath movement, it in the sense that the way you breathe help you in expressing a lot. As a result, you can establish credibility and speak comfortably. It means establish credibility before the listener, and yes, what you are speaking is right, and your listener will respect you and listen to you carefully, and he will also praise you. And this is very interesting factor. In order to establish credibility, then we have to be very much careful in using the making eye contact and expressing a lot through body language. Yes. Now come to the next idea. The other idea what we find in this connection, that is it is also important to pronounce. Remember, my dear students, pronunciation is also very necessary. It is also important to pronounce the words correctly. Naturally, correct pronunciation is also essential. I have told you in earlier classes that different accents, in American accent, Canadian aspect, Australian aspect, British aspect, Indian aspect, अर्थात style of speaking. Definitely, Indian way of speaking is also recognized and respected by the people of other countries in the world. Yes, here we find pronunciation is also a very interesting factor. So gradually you can pronounce the word. Try to follow some pronunciation. It means, just for example, what we have taken, that is psychology, not physiology. And here we find, because letter P is not pronounced here, this is psychology, tsunami. T is not used, and here we find often T is not pronounced, often. He often visits our house on holidays. Yes, you see here, he often visits our house on holidays. The other idea that try to know the phonetic symbols. Yes, phonetic symbols. The role of vowels, diphthongs, and consonant. Diphthongs, that is what you call vowel glides. Here we find that how diphthongs are very, very essential. You see, listen, here we find that is poor. Yes, here that is very cool. That is vowel gliding. Here we find that is very cool. Diphthongs. There are 80 diphthongs, and it will be discussed categorically in the subsequent classes. And consonants, you see consonants, how there are 21 consonants but expressing 24 consonant sounds. Yes, syllables, what we have discussed with the syllables means the part of any word or a particular word having one vowel sound is called a syllable. For example, sister. Here we have two vowels because here we have two vowel sounds, and they play the nucleus of the syllable. Yes, sister. Independent. Here we have four syllables. In, e, pen, a, dent, pen, a, dent. A. So you see, listen here, we find the vowel sounds, and here we therefore we have four syllabic word, that is independent. Yes, and here we find the matter syllables, stressed syllables. American. Naturally, A is found silent. American. M is stressed sound. Bout. A is found silent. Bout. B is stressed. About. I want to know about the murder case. Bout. Yes. And here we find that stressed syllables, intonation. What we have discussed, that is rising and falling tone, which creates music in our expression. And here intonation and contracted forms, which makes our sentences or expression very clear and perfect. I can't help you, my dear. Yes, I am now in a penniless condition. I can't help you. If you say I cannot help you, it is indefinitely, makes you your speech very slow and uncomfortable. If you say I can't, I don't understand what you say, I don't understand. Yes, these are the contract. You see that the contracted forms that you. Yes, you see that the contracted forms are very essential in spoken English to express our feelings very smartly. Yes, and that is contracted forms, etc., for speaking English properly. Yes, so we have to be very much clear in this connection, and I will also help you in subsequent videos about all these factors. Yes, the long man grammar. Yes, remember the long man grammar of spoken and written English. This book is also very essential for learning what the phonetics, and therefore if you go through this Longman grammar of spoken and written English, is mostly referred in spoken English for in connection with the phonetic symbols and in a number of other ways. My dear students, you may purchase this book and go through that book, and remember that your interest is the most important factor. Yes, in this connection. Improve your questioning skills. My dear students, this is another very interesting skills. What we have already discussed, that the more you want to know, the more your knowledge can be expanded. Therefore, questioning skill is no doubt the very important skill for learning and speaking English fluently. Yes, therefore, put questions your parents or elders, those who know English, your teachers or those who have good idea, good knowledge in English. Yes, they can also give you, that is, positive feedback. If you don't understand a word or phrase, naturally speak up. Speak up. If you remain silent, you cannot improve. Speak up. Ask your teacher, sir, madam, please explain me this phrase, the meaning of this phrase or this word. Yes, they can help you, definitely. So put questions. Why, what, when, where, how. Yes. So these are, that is very called questioning. Yes, and that is question words. You may ask what we have already discussed, that questioning can be done in two ways, that is yes no question and WH question. Yes no question, just the answer comes yes or no, but WH questions definitely are helpful in making, or trying to know various factors in a broad sense. Therefore, try to know the art of speaking questions. I will discuss in a separate class how to make questions. Yes, so a communicator should know what to speak, whom to speak, yes, what to speak. Very interesting factor. It means what you are going to speak. You should know. Yes. Then whom to speak. Who is the person? Whether he can explain you properly or not. That should be taken into account. Whom to speak. Where to speak. What is the place of speaking. Yes. And when to speak, how to speak, what is the time of your speaking, and what is the manner of your speaking. All these ideas should be learnt gradually, and you can also do. Yes, therefore, I will never think anything negatively. Always remain positive. Yes, I can do. That is very magic factor for learning a lot. I can do. That helps you building self-confidence, and that self-confidence helps you in learning more and more. Yes. Ask for constructive feedback. Yes, constructive feedback. What do you mean by constructive feedback? Yes, whenever you speak or write, just try to consult with your teachers to guide you whether you are right or not. And teachers and parents are also advised to guide the children very comfortably in a positive way. And therefore constructive feedback in the sense that if you say something negative and give negative feedback, definitely child will feel poor and start thinking negatively. Yes, therefore always give constructive, positive feedback. It creates magic. Yes, you can do. You can do. You have committed a slight mistake, but here this is the matter that you see plays. For example, my friend plays tennis every afternoon. You see plays. S play Y is not omitted here. S is used as my friend is third person singular number. Okay. Similarly, my brother studies in a university. My brother studies here, study Y, before Y there is consonant. Therefore, if there is consonant, then Y is removed and IES is used in its place. Studies, but plays, vowel is there before Y. Therefore, Y is not removed. This conception should be made clear by the teacher so that the children can take interest and they can also speak English, write English properly. Yes, my dear students, we are now at the end of this session, and I hope you must have enjoyed this class. All these videos will helpful you in speaking English because a number of items have been discussed during last 7 sessions. How to speak English properly, fluently. Yes. Go through this video, take down the important ideas and enjoy the key points and apply in your practical life, then definitely you can speak English fluently without any fumbling, stammering or stops and pauses. Yes. Thank you for being with me. See you in the next videos, which will be definitely suitable for you. Till then, goodbye.